We're back with the best 2K series on YouTube, the KBA, otherwise known as the NBA reset. If you like this, make sure you're commenting, liking, sharing below. Make sure you also subscribe. A new episode of this comes out every morning. Every morning until the series is done. You'll get an episode. It'll be out by the time you're awake, and you will still get other videos from me talking about NBA in real life or making other videos as we get closer to the off season, talking about trades, free agency, anything like that. We'll do stuff with the draft eventually. We're gonna do so much. This just because the finals are here and that means the season's almost over. That means we're probably going to be uploading even more. So make sure you subscribe and stay around for all of this because there's going to be a lot that comes out. But again, let me know if you have any suggestions for this series, and any feedback as well is always appreciated, good or bad. I listen, I respond, and I look at it. So, but if you need a refresher, we are at the 1999 off season. This draft class is we go through a little bit of a dry spell for drafts here. Like, sure, these were good players: Baron Davis, Elton Brand, Lamar Odom, Manu's even here, Rip Hamilton, AK-47, Sean Marion. But we kind of go, we don't really see an elite talent probably until Yao Ming in 2002, and then obviously 2003, one of the better draft classes of all time. But Clark Kellogg, he was a big part of those Bulls teams. He could probably retire. Clyde Drexler, I'm gonna say no. He was an 87. I'm not letting you go. Detlef Schrempf, he wasn't great in his career. Doesn't seem like. Good passer. I'm gonna let him go. Xavier McDaniel was a part of those Spurs teams for a long time, 12-year career. Underrated player in the sim, although the last few years weren't the greatest. Reggie Williams. Yeah, those are our retirees. Staff, okay. Hall of Fame, nobody. Clyde would have been there. That's why that was like that. Clark Kellogg gets his jersey retired by the Chicago Bulls. All right. That's yeah, he was a big part of that for sure. We saw historic changes. Okay, league history. 2K has created a new mock draft. All right. Introduce a 5-second back to the basket and introduce a luxury tax to the league salary cap structure. Okay. And then we've got a bunch of brand things for teams. Yeah, okay. League meetings, just approving these things. And then draft lottery. Again, these aren't the best draft classes, so for these, I'm probably just going to skip to our results. But when we get back to 2002, we will take it slow for sure. Seattle gets the first pick. Lakers get the second pick. That's their first high pick of this entire simulation. They've been good or, at least decent enough to make the playoffs and whatever for a while. Then the Hornets, the Bulls, Spurs, Kings, Grizzlies, Heat, Pistons, Timberwolves to round out the top 10. NBA draft, first 5 picks. Supersonics take Manu. Wow. So that tells me Manu obviously was like the last pick in real life. So they have him at a ridiculously high overall that he shouldn't be to start off. But I didn't even see who the Lakers just picked because I was looking at you. But I saw Baron Davis went, Elton Brand, and then the Spurs. The Spurs went back to back, or was I just not looking at the right thing? Sim to end. They took Lamar Odom. Nice. But yeah, Manu, not a 77. Baron Davis, 80. Elton Brand, Corey Maggette. We got some Steve Francis, some Rip Hamilton. We're getting to the point where, like, these drafts are getting deep. Like Sean Marion, Ron Artest, or the 12th and 11th picks. Birdman, AK-47 went to Phoenix. Wang Zizi Wally Zerviak, Jeff Foster. We've still got Calvin Booth. We've still got some auto-generated guys, of course. Let's check out free agency. I feel like we haven't seen a too big of a free agency class in a little while. So Kevin Garnett's restricted. Gary Payton. I feel like Gary Payton has been on a different team. Like, I swear. I guess he's only been on 3 teams. He's in free agency all the time, though. Like, and I don't understand this. 93 overall, but you average 10, 13 points. Now, granted, he does a lot of other things, like 8 assists, 2 steals. But, man. Steve Smith. Old man Malone is down here. He's already got an offer. Bucks, that's where he was. Mashburn, I believe. Where was he? Was he a Minnesota? And he's getting offers from the Trail. Minnesota hasn't even offered. So we've got to look for sure. This team, I think they just won. I would assume that's why I left off on them. Kendall Gill is out. Who knows how long that'll be. But before I do this, I made a note of the GOAT of the KBA. I just did the top 5. And let me know what you guys think. I just kind of did this off the dome. 5th, I had Larry Bird. 4th, I had David Robinson. 3rd, I have Chris Webber already, a 4-time MVP and at least a 1-time champion in 6 years. In 6 years. So he's already 3rd. Hakeem 2nd, and then Magic is 1st. We will kind of look through some of those things eventually. After next year, we will look at the all-time, NBA stuff, of course. But let's go through teams. I'm not going to stop. I mean, Patrick Ewing, it sucks. He never really got anything done. He was just a good player. Never had any help, really. Tim Hardaway, excuse me. He was good, but by the time he got to New York, he had already started to fall off. This team, I forgot they drafted Vince Carter. They just took Lamar Odom. So we'll see how they go. Vin Baker, Peja, and Tracy McGrady. Wow. Okay. This team's still good. This team's probably got another year left, year or two. Pippen's 33. Sean Kemp's getting up there. They probably got a year or 2 left. This team, David Robinson. Why does it seem like he came off the bench? I don't know. Maybe he's just not playing a lot of minutes. This team's not good. This team's it's kind of well-rounded. It's good on the up and up for sure. This team's not great. Ralph Sampson left a few years ago. They did just get Jermaine a couple years ago. This team's on the downfall. They're going to be back in the lottery. I mean, they just had the 5th pick. Allen Iverson is probably going to lead the league in scoring if he didn't just do it. Who did they just draft? AK-47. That's nice. This team's on the decline. They'll be back in the lottery too, for sure. This team as well, even though Penny is here. Although this team's not that bad, actually. Team's not that bad. Big Z. What did he do? Okay. It's been a few days since I've uploaded this, so this is kind of refreshing. Or since I've recorded, not since I've uploaded, of course. But Dirk and Steve Nash. Okay. Shaq. Yeah, Shaq, man. Going into year 8. I don't know. See what free agency does for him next year. Might need to switch gears. This team's good. This team is young and on the up and up. They are probably going to be good for years to come. Not going to lie. They got Grant Hill, Grant Hill's been here. Marbury, Duncan, Sean Elliott. This team's good too. Lonzo, Malone. Gonna probably rot it out here. This team doesn't look great. Mike's getting worse. Akeem's getting worse, but Kobe's on the up and up for sure. They're still here though, so they're gonna try and make the best out of it. But this team is old. Kobe's going to need a running mate at some point. The Bulls got Pierce. He's going to be the star over here. Cavs not great. Celtics don't look the best. Clippers don't look great either. KG and Joe Smith over here doing their thing. And then we're back to the champions. All right. The 2000 draft. I think this is like Michael Alucondi and stuff. Or like, is this Kmart? Is this Kevin Martin? Yeah. Oh, Kenyon Martin, I meant. Jamal Crawford, Hedo, Michael Redd, Speedy Claxton, Pepe Sanchez. What a name. But I'm a sim and I will be back. All right, we are at the end of the 2000 season. Let's see who our award winners are. This man, Chris Webber, man, he is going up on the chart for sure, especially if he wins another ring. I mean, look at those numbers, bro. Look at those numbers. There wasn't anything to do at the trade deadline, so I let it go. 27, 15, 5, steal and a half, block and a half. Manu, rookie of the year. 6th man of the year. Brandon, holy wow. Those are some numbers. DPOY goes to Shaq, Mike Bibby, MIP, and then the Hawks. Hawks and the Mavericks. Okay. Interesting. AI, 28. Kobe, 31. Okay. Chris Webber, we saw. KG, 22 and 10. And then we've got Shaq, who we saw. Tim Duncan, 22-13, 2 blocks. Jimmy Bell, 19 and 13. Wow, okay. Joe Smith is here, 25. Tracy McGrady, 19. Ray Allen, 24. Big time. Defensive teams, Scotty's getting worse. We can see that. Points down, assists down, blocks and steals have gone down a little bit. But still a great player. Let's look at some of our rookies. Again, not a super strong rookie class. We had some good rookies for sure. Ron Artest. All right. Rip Hamilton, a good scorer. All right. Utah's the 3rd seed. Orlando's the 2 seed. I don't know. Either. I don't know what Shaq's going to do in free agency. Unless he re-upped on his contract, and he did. Okay, so Shaq's not going anywhere. He does need some help, though. That's for sure. Nets out, Hornets out, Jazz out against Bucks, Supersonics, Mavericks, and Knicks. Okay. 8 seed won over here pretty convincingly. Minnesota beat Utah in the MVP. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. Minnesota advances, Houston advances. All right, if you need some refreshers, we got Shaq and Abdul over here with Chauncey, Latrell Sprewell. Not a great team. I think Shaq might advance in that one. Then Houston, not a great team, if we're being honest. It's kind of Jermaine O'Neal, Antonio McDyson, Blue Edwards. I would say we're probably going to get an Orlando, Minnesota finals if I had to say anything. Orlando advances and Houston. Okay. All right. Shaq got hurt. Shaq got hurt. Well, I was going to say we could watch some Shaq, but I don't want to watch Shaq. Although they won. They won without Shaq, but I didn't want to watch if Shaq wasn't there. Hot Rod Williams, one of the best 6 men of all time. Winston Garland hanging it up. He got 1 year left on his contract. Man, give it another go. Juan Harper. You too. Muggsy. What did Muggsy do for his career? Seems like he was a perennial backup. Wasn't great, I guess. About 5,000 points in his career. He is 5'3". Let's remember that. Yeah, these guys can go. It's fine. Hall of Fame, Chris Mullen, 11-time All-Star, no championships, once on each All-NBA team, and a defensive team. Was a great player. Just couldn't amount to anything. We got some jersey retirements. Chris Mullen, 15 years. Historic changes. The timeout system introduced in 2000. And then branding. Nice. League meetings. Use the timeout. Yep. Draft lottery. Again, you know the deal. Spurs first, Bulls second. Lakers third. All right. Get right to the draft. This is like Kenya Martin. Hedo Turkoglu went first. Okay. Bulls take Kenya Martin to pair up with Paul Pierce. The Lakers have Vince Carter. Then they take Stromile Swift. They took Lamar Odom last year. Indiana takes. I don't know if that's a real person. Then Keon Dooling. That's a real person, I think. I don't know anything about him, though. Kenny Martin. Okay. Jamal Crawford went to the Warriors. Michael Redd went to the Kings. McGar, Quentin Richardson. All right. Free agency. Kobe. A lot of restricted guys. The best unrestricted is Jamal Mashburn and Larry Johnson. But a lot of restricted guys. But we will take a look over the league. All right, we are okay. So we start at Houston. Jermaine's getting better and better, although his numbers don't seem to show that. But he is backing up. He is the backup. This team's not good. AI and Steve Smith, Sean Bradley. Again, 34% as a 7'6" center is ridiculous. That team's getting old. This team is good. This team is still good. Clyde is still here. He's probably retired after this year. Or no. Yes. I was looking at the wrong person. This guy has been one of our 3-point kings. Ben Wallace, Penny Hardaway. This team's young. Although Rod Strickland, Terry Mills aren't, but they just drafted Jamal Crawford. Okay, probably take him a couple years. Miami's all right. Charlotte got a duo emerging here. Interested to see how they pan out because they've got some guys around them too. They got a nice backup in Baron Davis, and then they got Eddie Jones too. Robert Horry down there. Shaq. Who knows how long he'll be out for, but they do need some help. This team seems like some of their guys might be plateauing a little, which is a little surprising. Tim Duncan, this team is good. Vancouver, Rip Hamilton's taken a big jump. Alonzo, he needs some help as well, although he's got Ron Artest coming up. McKee, this team's old. They were good last year, but they are super old. These guys are probably going to go out this year if I had to assume. And honestly, with the way they've kind of been playing, I don't know. I would probably make them stay, but they probably wouldn't re-sign with these teams. Young duo over here. They just drafted Kenya Martin. So this is good. This is going to be a funnish lineup. I mean, you got some old guys up here, but Paul Pierce, Kenya Martin, Elton Brand. Seems youngish. This team kind of hasn't. I mean, it looks like they might have found their guy, Jerry Stackhouse, Marcus Camby. They got some Sean Marion down here. One of the funkier jump shots. This team's not great. This team still got KG, but nothing too much, even though Joe Smith is a bucket. Chris Webber, maybe they get him a center, but I don't know because you've got LaFonso Ellis. So if he wants to keep playing center, you let him keep playing center. Patrick Ewing probably going to retire. We're going to have a big retire class this year, I think. Who they just draft? They just drafted Stromile Swift. Okay. T-Mac, this team was in the finals, or I don't know what this team did, but that's a crazy top four, honestly. Super young. Nets kind of getting worse here. Robinson's getting worse. Pacers, Pistons, and we're back at the Rockets. We are going to take a look at excuse me. We're going to take a look at some NBA records. Let's check out what the draft class is. Yeah, Powell, Gilbert Arenas. This one's a better draft class, I would say. They've got actually some pretty good players here. Just again, no crazy top talent, but we've got to look at everything. So not season awards. We've got to look at NBA records. So again, 83 for the regular season stuff, and then 1984 for the postseason. Nothing there. Nothing there. 3-pointers. This is all us. This is all during our time. John Stockton, Peja, and Bob Sura are top of the top. Free throws made. I mean, we've seen that. Winston Garland did that. Some of those happened more recently. This is not going to happen. Assists. Nope. No assist things. Some of our good playmakers don't really average the numbers they probably should. Blocks, nothing. We've seen the Mark Eaton thing. Minutes, nobody's topping that. Turnovers, nobody. We might get to a point where we push this stuff to like every 10 years like we do with the league history. But yeah, all right. Playoff game. Threes, all us. All us. There we go. Peja is probably going to take that crown. Free throws. Moses Malone had 23. Mikhail had 22. 22. Rebounds, not going to happen. Assists happened. This was the first season that Magic did this. Blocks. So Hakeem and Greg Swift and Hakeem before he was a Hakeem. Of course, nothing. Oh yeah, we do. We have 7 steals in a playoff game from Penny Hardaway. That was a few years ago. Minutes not happening. Turnovers. Penny Hardaway, Winston Garland, and Ron Harper all there, and then total. Oh, okay. Kobe had a 54 piece these past playoffs. Okay. Julius Erving had 23 made field goals, but all right, in a season, I don't know if anybody's ever going to do any of these just because, I mean, there have been like 3-pointers, of course. Peja made 300. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Dude, with these 3 seasons, he might be like the top 3-point maker already. Oh, my goodness. Free throws, Moses Malone and Winston Garland. Assists, Magic kind of holds that. Akeem had a season in 87. Steals, Michael Jordan in 93. No minutes, no turnovers. And then field goal percentage. Wow. Just Joe Wolf guy is just holding all this stuff. All right. 3-point percentage, everyone. Yeah. Free throw percentage. Mark Price didn't miss a free throw last season. Oh, we've got to go look at that. We've got to go look at that. Um, 86 games. Wow. Fouls. Daryl Dawkins is the king of that. Kobe had a 60-point game. Okay. Triple doubles. Still Magic up here with that. What did I say we have to look at? I already forgot. Oh, Mark Price. Let's do that quickly. So because I'm gonna 100% forget to look at that. He didn't. How many did he take though? That's my thing. He was 230. Wow. Wow. He didn't. That's crazy. That is insane. I thought it was like maybe he took 50. Wow. Look at this. That is crazy. All right, let's look at NBA history stuff or for most in a career. Kareem is still at the top. Clyde Drexler is close. Mike is close to 30. Yeah, we're gonna keep them around. Although Clyde, I think, is gone no matter what this year. Mike, we can make him stay once. But they're both gonna pass Moses. They're probably gonna both get 30 this season. That's not great. Mike is sixth. 3-pointers made. John Stockton. I mean, where is Peja? Peja is 13th already. He is going to take that. He's going to take that crown. I don't care what you say. Free throws, rebounds. I mean, Hakeem has had a ton, but he's still almost 10,000 away. Assists, Magic took it. Magic's got it by a mile. John Stockton, Isaiah. These were all players that were in our sim. Wow, look at Mike down here, 14th. Blocks, Hakeem took that pretty convincingly. David Robinson's a little far back. Steals, Mike is first. Isaiah second, Magic third, Sidney Moncrief. Like these guys are all from our simulation right here. Mo Cheeks might be too, actually. Larry Bird was Drexler, like all these guys. All these guys, the top 11 were all our guys. Minutes, Magic got 48,000, but Kareem's holding that down. Turnovers, Isaiah, points, they don't touch those. All right. We are and then I keep forgetting we got to look at NBA history. Chris Webber, I mean, 5-time MVP. He's about to pass Magic and he's only like 27. But Magic does have more rings, so we're going to hold off. He's probably second all time already, for sure. Let's go Rookie of the Year. Not a thing you win, obviously, more than once, but amazing. We've got such an amazing run right here. I mean, Larry, Shaq, Weber, Kidd, Garnett, Iverson, Duncan, Dirk, like, and then I mean, obviously David Robinson, Karl Malone, MJ. Sixth man of the year. This has been held by Hot Rod Williams, who's won it 2 times, 3 times. And then John Williams has won it 3 times. And Allen Dixon has won it 3 times. Defensive player, Hakeem, the greatest defender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He almost had a decade straight where nobody touched it. Nobody could touch him on the defensive end. And now we've got a couple, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Shaq, MIP. That's not something you win more than once. We're not going to look at all NBA stuff. Coach of the year, Jerry McDaniel is great, but Brad Nelson we determined is the greatest coach of all time. And yeah, past champions, the Magic have won the last 2. Shaq obviously wasn't there for that one. Malone. I didn't realize that Malone won another one. I know he was a part of this team down here, but we've run a stretch of different champions. I mean, we got one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different champions in a row. 10, 11. I don't know. I might be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've had 12 different champions in a row. And then obviously the Shaq kind of broke that. League leaders, Kobe, Penny had a few years, Iverson had a year, Winston Garland had a year. Dominique, though, kind of 4 years, kind of took that for a while. But yeah, all right. Um, let's get to the trade deadline. Shaq said he needed some help, and we are doing that. This Muhammad Abdul Rauf has been here for a while, 15-8, 43% from three. And then we're getting rid of one of their bench guys who's been great too. Like, but for some talent upgrades and some positions in need. Obviously, point guard for point guard, they're both 90s, 90 overalls. But then we're getting another bucket. We got Allen Houston, and if you look, this team it's relatively young. They're not great around these two. And they need some guard play here. They can push Dan to the bench. They got this guy off the bench. They're becoming one of the deeper teams in the league, and Shaq's getting some help. The Magic are, I think, the 4th seed, while the Pacers are maybe the 9th or 10th seed. Jason Kidd's in 27. They're similar timelines. I think Shaq is 27, 28. Only thing is Jason Kidd is on a 1+1. But yeah, this is going down. The Magic look. This is what the Magic look like now. Off the bench, you've got 280 overalls, a 78, and a 77. We can make one of those guys a backup 3, of course. But that team got a lot better, and the Pacers kind of start their retooling phase a little bit. So, or rebuild. They haven't been able to do much with Jason Kidd, so we start a new duo over here with Shaq, Jason Kidd, and Allen Houston. Some standings in general. I mean, the Pacers were the 11th seed. The Wizards, not great. Looks like Kobe might be getting a running mate once these two go. Philly, not great. New Jersey's not great either. West, Sacramento's not good at all. These bottom teams aren't great. But yeah, we'll see you at the end of the regular season. We're at the end of the regular season. Vin Baker won MVP. So that tells me, because those numbers, I'm sure Chris Webber, I'm sure Kobe, although Kobe's team sucked. I'm sure Shaq, I'm sure there are players that put up much better numbers. But this might tell me that team, I think this is Tracy McGrady and Peja or something in him, that team might have been an all-time team. Kenyon Martin, okay, Rookie of the Year. Jim Jackson, 6th Man of the Year. David Robinson, still DPOY. Lamar Odom, Most Improved. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good jump. And everything. Efficiency, except for free throws, but 70-12. That's the greatest team of all time, right? I don't think a team has won over 70 games yet, because the Michael Jordan, the 96 Bulls, was it? Aren't here. And the obviously the Golden State Warriors haven't happened. AI first team 27. Vince Carter 24. Okay, he could have won Most Improved too, honestly. Jump in efficiency and everything. Yeah, he was probably second if I had to guess. Vin Baker, we saw KG. Like, KG's numbers are better, but 70 wins. Shaq 22-12. Second team, Ray Allen, Marbury. Wow. 24-7. Okay. Tim Duncan, 24. Chris Webber, 24-14. Jimmy Bell is still here. Kobe, 29. McGrady at 19. Wow. Kobe is on a scoring tear right now. Let's look at some of our rookies. We got Hidu, good shooter, right? Let's see. 55 for 170. Jamal Crawford. I don't actually know who you are. You're undrafted and you were first team or first team rookie. Okay. Utah and Portland here. Boston's back in it. Lakers are back in it. Bulls are back in it. Wow. A lot of these teams who kind of turned it around quick. Now, granted, I assume most of them are going to lose in the first round. Yeah, Bulls out. Celtics swept, and then the Lakers out. What is so great about this team? The Magic actually fell because they were the 4th seed. Now they're the 6th seed. I don't know. I mean, the Magic are obviously better. And that's really those are the only upsets we had. Let's see. Okay, Magic haven't advanced. We got 2 game 7s. Minnesota out. Boston out. Okay. Tim Duncan versus Shaq and Steph Marbury versus Jason Kidd. Got it. That's a good team. That Toronto team is good. And then we've got Dallas, which was a 70-win team. Look at that top 4, man. That is. And then, I mean, the Warriors are good too, but they don't match up, I don't think, versus Dallas. Yeah, Dallas swept. And Orlando is back for the 3rd year. Orlando's back now. What can they do versus the 70-win Mavericks? Can they do much? Doesn't appear like it. Yeah, that's one of the greatest teams of all time right there. That just won 23, 8, and 9 for T-Mac. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Wow, we're losing some guys here. Isaiah. Mike, I don't know if I have them retire. They both sign new contracts, right? Like there's no reason they should retire. So they're not. They're not retiring. John Stockton. I'm not going to let him retire either. Joe Dumars. This would have been a great class, but I'm not letting some of these guys retire because they're still valuable players. Manu Bull, he can go. 16-year career. I can't imagine he's going to make the Hall of Fame, so let's look at what he did now before it goes away. He was just a one-time champ. Never did anything else. One of the best 6th man of all time. Okay. Arvidas, draws. This was a stacked class. Man, if we let everyone retire, we would have like 8 Hall of Famers. But Isaiah's the only one of the people that we kept to get it. No MVP, no championships for Isaiah in this world. Jersey retirements. Yeah, this guy was there for a long time. I recognize the name. That guy. And Isaiah was there for 20 years, so good for him. Historic changes. The G League. The defensive key violation changed the time the offense is given to advance the ball to 8 seconds. A simple luxury tax that punishes teams past the salary cap, and a lot of branding. Lots of branding stuff. Vancouver is now Memphis. So that's big. League meetings. Yeah. Okay. Draft lottery. this is the last year that we are just going to skip through. Kings, Clippers, Grizzlies, Spurs, Sonics are the top 5. Let's go to the draft. Automatic, and we'll just sit and watch. This is like Gilbert Arenas, Pau Gasol, who goes to the Kings. So Brad Daugherty is there. Gilbert Arenas is a Clipper. I feel like he played there in real life, but I don't know if he did. I don't think he did. Shane Battier definitely played for Memphis. Spurs, Tony Parker. Look at that. Look at that. Tony Parker going back to San Antonio. Then Tyson Chandler. Who else did we miss out on? Joe Johnson. Richard Jefferson. Okay, so that's Kobe's pairing part. That's Kobe's partner. Zach Randolph, Brian Scalabrine, Kwame Brown. Okay. Let's go to free agency. Tracy McGrady, Jason Kidd. So he declined his option. Is he going back? He's not going back. I mean, he very well could be, but I don't know. Hopefully they retain him. They gave up a lot to get him just for him to walk. So you would hope that they bring him back. Not other than that, not too great of a free agency class, but that's obviously big. This team is they have 490 overalls, and they're getting better. Nobody in their top 4 got worse. This team's getting worse. Sean Kemp still playing good. Scottie Pippen's still a valuable piece, of course. Maybe they get another guy. Who knows, though. Denver, not great. Okay. So this team has Rashard Lewis on it, who looks like he's finally going to be a real guy. Wang Zizi. Todd O'Neal. Okay. This team, all right. So Jason Kidd didn't go to the Pistons, so that's hopeful for Magic fans. Houston, it's kind of just Jermaine over here. Corey Maggette, Allen Iverson. They need a third over here to do something, because I mean AI has led the league in scoring, and Steve Smith is a high overall, I guess. Manu could have won Most Improved last year. Penny Hardaway. This team still looks decent to me. We told Clyde Drexler he couldn't retire like 3 years ago, and he's still here. Keith Van Horn. Okay. The Heat. Who took this big jump? Jason Terry. Okay. This duo needs to show something, man. 20 points for both of them, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. They need something to show for it. Okay, so they kept Jason Kidd. But now this team looks so much worse. I don't know what happened to their bench. I don't know what happened. This team's good. Toronto was just in the conference finals, I believe. Team's not amazing. Memphis, Philly is here. They got some guys coming up. Too bad they should play the same position, although one of them could play the 2 for sure. Bucks stink. Wizards. Okay, so Jordan. Oh yeah, we remember that they signed extensions. I don't know why they're that so big, but can't imagine they're gonna do much this year. Kobe. This team's getting better. This team is young. This team's young and fun. Cleveland. The Hawks. Okay, Cameron Nash is here. He was on the Clippers last year. Interesting. Chris Webber needs a little bit of help here. He needs a guy, or maybe he needs to go. I can't imagine Utah's going to let go a 5-time MVP, 4-time MVP. So they've got to somehow get someone to come play with him. This team just drafted Powell. So maybe we've got to, get Brad Daugherty out the door. So best for his development. Vince Carter is a 95. And then we're back at one of the greatest names of all time. All right. 2002. This is Yao Ming. This is the Yao Ming draft. Amari Stoudemire, Jay Williams, Caron Butler, Udon, Nene. I love that they can just put Nene and nothing else. Yeah, Yao Ming is big time. Hopefully he has a longer career in this simulation than he did in real life. But top 3 would be good. Obviously, people kind of want 1. I believe this is the last year before we get to the 2000, like the LeBron era, the Kobe era, actually, is what I think it's called. But I'm gonna simulate this season. You guys know Chris Webber's kind of had to play the 5 pretty much his whole prime career. Now he's getting a David Robinson who's 36 for sure. But you're giving up a 4-year contract for a 1-year deal. So honestly, if it's a 1-year deal, so it might just be a 1 pick. And LaFonso Ellis, who's still a good upgrade. Longer contract. This kind of will get Denver to go backwards a little. Because David Robinson hasn't been able to do too much. So tiny trade, sort of, because again, he's not the same David Robinson that he once was. His team wasn't great, but that's how we're gonna rock out. All right, these are the last playoffs for this episode. We are at the end of the season here. Chris Webber back to MVP. Back to MVP. He said, all right, take a year off. I want it back. I mean, this guy is crazy. And he's not even 30. He's not even 30. And he has 6 MVPs. 1-time champ. He's got to get that up if he wants to be the GOAT. Because, I mean, he's already matched Magic. He's already matched Magic in the MVPs. But Magic got 5 rings. 3 of them happened during our simulation. 2 didn't. So if Chris Webber can get 3 rings and he gets 9 MVPs, go. I don't care if Magic has 2 more rings. This is about our simulation. But Chris Webber is the 2nd greatest player of all time already. Gilbert Arenas, wow, 23 per game. He played over 36 minutes a game. Baron Davis, backing up Steve Nash. Yep. Ben Wallace, DPOY. Okay. I don't know who this is, but he improved. Dallas, 61 wins. Manu, all NBA first team. AI, 25-8. We saw Chris Webber, Tim Duncan, 26-13. And then Shaq is 21-12. Steph Marbury, Jason Kidd, Dirk. Bryant Reeves is all NBA 2nd team. Okay. Vin Baker won MVP last year, and now he's 3rd team. Kobe, 28 a game. All defensive team. Anton Jameson, someone we haven't heard too much about. Gary Payne, Ray Allen, what's he doing? Back down to 19, but it's all right. Rookie team, Powell, again, backing up. So remember that. Tony Parker, good season. Joe Johnson, bucket. Pepe Sanchez, Eddie Curry, and then Tyson Chandler. All right. Dallas is the 1 seed again. Okay. Utah is 3rd. Seattle is 2nd. I don't even remember who's on Seattle. Toronto, Philly, Okay, Orlando is 6 seed somehow. Who is on Seattle that I'm not remembering? Okay. Oh, Manu's at the 3. Okay. I guess it seems good, but 2 seed good? That's kind of it's a little crazy. See if Vince is gonna have some playoff success. Toronto got swept by the 8 seed. Swept? You got swept, Toronto? Now, granted, I know this team's got KG, but they don't have like look at their guards. White Chocolate and Pepe Sanchez. I don't know. And then nothing too crazy else other than that. Utah back in the conference final, but they're going up against this team. Oh, someone's hurt. Who's hurt? Vin Baker's hurt. And then over here we got KG, Joe Smith. Someone's hurt for Atlanta too, because that was not their center. I already don't remember who it is. Stacey King, Alonzo's at the 4, Ron Artest at the 3, Joe Johnson that's a 2. That's a big lineup. Let's see how this goes. Okay, 2-2 over here. 3-2. We haven't jumped in a little while, so I wouldn't be upset if so it's a long episode, but if we got to jump in, then we can jump in for sure. Fourth quarter, it looks like Utah's up 8. Uh-oh. What happened? And that oh my, look at the fourth quarter. Oh no. That is an all-time fumble. That's an all-time fumble. That game was in your hands, and you do that 34-9 in the fourth quarter. That is horrible. No, don't. Come on, Utah. No fight. You're down 30? Oh my goodness. No way you blow that game and then lose by 36. Because Peja dropped 30 on you. Mike Bibby dropped 30. Vin Baker came back and dropped 22 and 15. They didn't deserve that. That was awful that just happened. Now who's out? Tracy McGrady's out. This team is just having injuries, but they're good enough that they can have those injuries, and it doesn't really matter. 2-0 already, 3-0. This team, 3-1, 4-1. This Dallas team is 34-7. Oh my. 34-7. All right, well, that is the end. We will go to the Yao Ming draft. Next episode, it'll be the first thing we do, but wow, that is and then we've got LeBron next year. We've got Dwight Howard the year after that. But yeah, remember, if you have anything you want to talk about, suggestions, trades, anything, leave it in the comments below. I will reply. Make sure you share this so we can keep growing, so more people can see the best YouTube series we've got out here for 2K. We're officially in the 2000s. Yeah, and thank you for watching.